Welcome back.
Welcome to our first episode for 2025. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
So in this episode, we're going to show you a few of our statistics from 2024.
And compare them with COVID, pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID. Yeah, I thought I might dig out some stats from 2019 because we've been travelling since 2018. So I thought pre-COVID figures against now.
Everyone loves a good stat.
And just an idea of how much costs have gone up, I think it'll give us a bit of a fright. And we might throw in some...
Gives me H. Say hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. That's it.
And we might throw in some of our favourite campsites from 2024 and maybe a few other things. I don't know just yet. We'll wing it, hey? All right, but come along for the drive.
Come with us. Okay.
So we'll chat about our campsites for 2024. We've gone through and we've selected a total of 10 to chat about.
These are just the standouts.
We stayed in a lot more than that. We don't stay in very many caravan parks, so we've just chosen 2.
So Tumbling Waters,
that's up
that
near
was a big tick.
South of Darwin.
South of Darwin,
Kind of near Litchfield it is. Near Berry Springs.
Yeah.
And
it's
Glenn's
Berry
already
Springs.
said big tick, didn't you?
Big tick, yep.
Yeah, really impressed with that one. I think we based ourselves there for about 9 days, which is a really long stay for us. And it's close to Berry Springs, a few trips to Berry Springs, and they have so much going on. They've got a cafe, they've got pet crocodiles,
Yes.
big screen movies, so there's lots to do at Tumbling Waters. We love that. So the second one that was a bit of a standout, nice little community-run caravan park in
Laura.
South Australia. Just a nice, quaint little park. But what was the standout for you, Glenn?
Scones. We had scones.
On check-in.
Yep.
Scones on check-in.
Jam and cream.
You don't get that everywhere. So it just added that nice little touch to that little park.
Yeah.
So
And that's where the South Australian golden...
those ice creams.
Ice creams.
That have the 2 sticks.
Yeah.
I don't know, I forget what they're called.
I
but
forget.
their factory is there as well in Laura.
Yeah.
And then we'll move on to the campsites.
Campsites, yes.
So 4 standouts here. This one we've been to
Yeah, Little Roper Stock Camp.
in Mataranka.
Mataranka. Yeah, that's a big tick.
Double tick. Well, we've stayed there, I don't know, probably 3 times now. We've been to Mataranka and tried out most of the caravan parks over the years, 5 or 6 visits or more. And Little Roper is the one we've been going back to time and time again. They just offer so much.
Animal-wise, well, we've got snakes and lizards. And
Handling.
And then we've got the sugar gliders.
And the buffaloes.
Buffaloes, yes.
Oh, but the sugar gliders are really cute.
Yep.
And you can hand feed them and it's no extra, like it's all part of your fee.
Yeah.
They have curry nights and pizza nights. We had pizza one night and they were like a restaurant pizza, wasn't it?
And every breakfast is a Jimmy cake breakfast.
Johnny cake.
Johnny cakes.
They cook Johnny cakes on the fire. Which are kind of like a muffin, like a big...
Yeah, they're a weird thing.
A weird thing, but you got to do it. And, and Billy tea and stuff. So that one, it's just the whole experience of the campsite, you know. And then you've got Mataranka, the springs and everything to do as well. But definitely spent several days there. The next one that we only just discovered this year, or 2024, I keep... thinking it's still 2024, is in Kubapedi. It's called Kubapedi Views. So we based our time in Kubapedi there. As it says, beautiful views.
Unusual setup. It's kind of someone's front yard.
Yeah. On a raised platform
at Kubapedi.
where you camp up on the raised bit and then overlook kind of the breakaways, but it's not really the breakaways, but it's that kind of landscape that you're overlooking. No facilities there though, so you do have to be fully self-contained. But yeah, there's only about half a dozen sites. Book well in advance. Each site has a fire pit, and you get to see stunning views. So that was one of our camp highlights. Oh, also in South Australia, Warren Gorge.
Warren Gorge, yes.
Yeah, wasn't that pretty? Yeah, in like the really base of the Flinders Ranges. It's not far out of Quorn.
No, not far out of Quorn at all.
Yeah, but choose your own site. Pay at the visitor centre in Quorn. For I can't remember the price, but you know, national park price fees. It wasn't expensive, and again the sunsets. We had the most beautiful. It was a really cloudy day where the red comes through the clouds, just stunning, and nice walks and that through the gorge there as well.
Yep.
What was the fourth one, Glenn? You really liked this one.
Yeah, Goldvale.
In New South Wales.
Yep. In between
Merriwar
and Sandy Hollow.
Yes, yes. It's private property farm stay.
Yep.
So send him a text and see if you can stay there. Only takes a couple of vans. He's on a creek, on a spring-fed creek or river.
Yeah.
Rock pools, little waterfalls, swimming. Even got a book exchange there.
Yep. Supposed to be gold frogs in the pond.
At night time.
At night
We
time.
had rain, so
we had rain.
unfortunately we
had a
couldn't
storm.
get down to see the frogs at night time. And again, no facilities, but it was just beautiful, the waterfront and the swimming there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now on to our free ones.
Yes, and in no particular order.
We've only got 4, but they were just the standouts.
Yep.
But yeah,
Parachilna Gorge.
in the Flinders Ranges.
Yep. Doesn't really matter which site you pick
There's
out of the 3 or
lots.
4.
Oh, there's lots. There's more than that. You just drive along that whole road that goes for 8 or 9 kilometres, and there's spots along the dry creek.
Yep. As long as it doesn't rain, you're right.
And in the ranges. I think there's so many places in there, and views, sunsets again.
Yeah. Wildlife.
Yeah, wildlife. Yeah. So yes, that was one to add to your list for sure. Several days just to relax and de-stress there. I suppose you relax and de-stress at the next one too, don't you?
Well, yeah, we're not real stressed anyway. No. It's a Camberwell Billabong.
In Queensland, just over the border after NT, coming back into Queensland.
Yeah, we had heard it was closed, but it's a
I think it was
periodic
closed
thing,
for a period or something,
Yeah.
but it is open again now, and it is free. It's a dry weather camp. You would not attempt it in the rain. We were lucky it was dry when we were there.
Yep.
Again, camping along the river goes for a kilometre or more along the river with sites.
Yeah, there's one main Billabong, and then there's another one further up.
Yeah, what's appealing about this place, especially to us being bird lovers, is just the birds on that Billabong. You could just sit at your campsite all day and just it's entertainment watching all the birds interact, and absolutely beautiful. Next free one.
Ponto Falls.
This one's in New South Wales.
Yep, just out of Wellington, New South Wales.
Yeah, there's no falls. Is there?
Oh, it's one of those falls that are just a series of rapids, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, rapids, and you can camp right on them. You can camp up high, or you can drive down onto the rocky bed and camp really close to the water. We usually try and get down low, which we did this time. It sometimes is busy down there on the waterbed, but there's still plenty of area up the top.
I've never seen photos of it flooded.
No, but you've got to be careful. We do like going back to Ponto
And there's
Falls.
toilets there.
Oof.
Yeah.
Not very
scary
clean
ones.
dump toilets, but yes, there are toilets there. Last one. This one was a first for us. We hadn't stayed there before.
Yes, Golden Beach. Yeah.
It's in Victoria, down in the Gippsland.
Yep.
And it's on Shoreline Drive. So Golden Beach isn't actually free camping, but Shoreline Drive, there's about 8 or 9 campsites along that drive which are free. So we managed to choose one of those. It's just over the sand dunes is the beach, 90 Mile Beach.
Yep.
And close to the shipwreck.
Yes, close to the shipwreck of the Tricuna.
I can't remember its name.
Triculo or something like that.
We'll put up a picture for you.
Tricolo.
But it was a nice free camp, you know. Free. It's always good to get a good free camp. So they're our 4 highlight free camps for 2024. And yeah, some other campsites there to put on your list when you're doing your lap. So everyone knows Glenn loves his pies.
Yep.
What about 2024 pies?
2024 pies, there was a bit of a standout at Mount Isa, at Grant's Pies.
Grant's Bakeries, cakes and pies
cakes and
or
pies,
something?
Yeah. Yep.
It was weird.
It was weird. It was, I mean, it was an experience because I wanted a potato pie, and so they said, "Yeah, we can do that." And I thought, "Oh,
we're going to have to wait for them to bake it, or what?"
So they took the top off a normal pie, and they had
mashed potato.
Mashed potato.
They had a bowl of mashed potato.
Yeah, and they put it on top.
Slapped it in there. Put the top back on.
Put the top bag on. Yeah, well, they didn't need to put the top bag on.
Oh well, they did.
Yeah.
They bit into it, and he had potato oozing everywhere.
So that was pretty good.
Good.
Pretty impressed
I
with
think
that.
because it was unique too. You've never seen anything like that.
No.
Pie made on request.
Yes, finger licking good.
And I'm sure you had lots of other pies this year. So thank you to everybody who has bought us a pie. You know, it really means a lot to us to just be recognised that you appreciate the work that we do. So
thank you.
Thank you. And Glenn enjoys eating them.
Yes. I like to test.
Yeah, so thanks so much, guys, for the pies. Now we'll move on to our tours and activity highlights
Yep.
for 2024. Both of us, number one highlight. We both agree on this one.
Corroboree Billabong Sunrise.
The cruise.
Cruise, yes.
Yep. So this is not in Kakadu, so you don't need your National Park pass. It's on the way to Kakadu, but it's before you get into the National Park.
We stayed at the pub at
the Corroboree pub.
Billabong.
No, I
don't know what it was. Yeah,
it was a pub.
It was a pub.
Not far out of there, and did the sunrise cruise.
Yep.
But it was just jaw-droppingly beautiful, wasn't it? The amount of wildlife was just blew us away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, within 10 minutes we'd seen a dozen jabberoos and just
crocodiles floating in amongst them.
We even saw a crocodile fight.
Yeah.
Remember that? They were fighting for their territory. Yeah, and that was in minutes. It was just just can't stop. It's just the most amazing thing we did in 2024.
Yeah.
It wasn't cheap, but it was definitely worth it.
Yeah.
There are other Billabong cruises, and you know, one notable one in Kakadu as well, which we did, so we could compare them both. Corroboree stood out by 1,000,000 times more.
1,000,000 times?
Well, for me.
Yeah, that's a lot.
We also...
we were very surprised how entertaining the Fanny Bay Jail
in
tour
Darwin
was. Yep. It was an audio tour.
It was self-guided.
Self-guided, yep. But
so well done
yeah.
for a self-guided tour.
Yeah, funny stories and anecdotes that come out of it. So
I expected to go in and see the ruins of the old jail. You know, that's what you see from the road. But this self-guided tour, audio tour, had people talking, pretending to be prisoners, and went right into the nitty-gritty of how the jail worked or didn't work with the escapees. It was apparently the easiest jail to escape. Really surprised, and I think it was only a donation to enter, or it was a minimal cost anyway from memory.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It wasn't very much, and really surprised us how well that was done. So that actually made one of our highlights, and we haven't got that many in the tours and activities, so congratulations, Fanny Bay Jail.
Yeah.
The other thing which we did enjoy in Cunnamulla in Queensland.
Yep, Cunnamulla Hot Springs.
Brand new in 2024. A little bit pricey, that one. I think it was around $40 a head. So we were a bit hesitant.
Like
but I just heard such good reviews. It's new, several pools. It's on the river, overlooking the river, so you can float in the hot pools, overlooking the water and the birds and everything. A wellness centre, so they have saunas and mud baths and all sorts of things like that.
Buy a bowl of mud and throw it all over you.
So but we did spend 6 hours there, so it was good value for money. We stayed until we got kicked out at sunset.
Yep.
It was lovely watching sunset, just sitting in the warm water.
Yep.
And our last tours and activities highlight was really the festival, Mundi Bash.
Festival of Mundi, yeah.
Having never been before, just blown away. It's more than a music festival.
It's very well organised.
Yeah, I wouldn't care, like the lineup, people look at the lineup and they say, I don't like this person or I do like this one or whatever, and that determines for some people whether they go.
Yeah.
I don't think I could care less who was playing because there's so much else going on. They're all guaranteed to be good entertainers, but by the time you have your blue day, you all get dressed up in your blue, you have your Mundi Undi run.
Very busy.
And the what's the Mad Max dress up, and they even have doggy dress up day. There's just so much going on that you could not possibly be bored. And all the food vendors. You could eat yourself silly. Oh, you don't need to take any food in. Yeah. There's so much to choose from. So that is... it's a good way to spend a lot of money in a hurry. Yeah, that's right. It's something that's not... Just while you buy the tickets, months in advance. 6 months in advance. It's not the sort of thing that we would do every year. It is costly, but just the whole... Well, obviously, if it's made it to our highlights for the year, I think that justifies costs sometimes. If it, and the Corroboree Billabong, that wasn't cheap either, but when you're talking about it nearly 12 months later as a highlight, it's definitely worth spending the big bucks on some tours. Yeah. Okay, so we'll give you some statistics. Some numbers. Some dollars and cents. 2024 figures. Yeah, 2024, and might even compare to 2019. Well, yeah, I've dug out the spreadsheets from 2019 so that we can give you a comparison, because we all know what cost of living has skyrocketed. But some of these are quite surprising, actually. We'll start with fuel. So in 2024, we did 26,717 kilometres. And with the amount that we spent on fuel, I've divided that by the amount of kilometres to give us a cents per kilometre. Because back in 2019, we thought we were still on our gap year. So we were travelling as most people would do when they're on their first 12 months. Like a lap, really, because we did. Kind of in a hurry. Well, we just thought that was it. We didn't know we'd be going all these years later. And we did 40,207 kilometres in 2019. So we can't compare that to 2024. But again, I've divided what we spent on fuel by the kilometres to give us a cents per kilometre. So in 2024, our cents per kilometre... 36 cents per kilometre. We're talking like 6 or 7 years ago. So the cents per kilometre back then... It was 28 cents. 28 cents compared to 36. I was surprised that was 8 cents difference in 6 or 7 years. Yeah. I just thought it would be more than that. So that was a surprise. Moving on to groceries. Now, this is the one that's baffled us the most. Seriously. Yep. In 2024, we spent about $9,500. $9,449.78. There you go, about $9,500 on groceries for the year. And I would have thought that would be significantly more than 2019. Which was $9,159. Who's got an answer for that? 19 cents. 9,100 compared to 9,400. In We've been racking our brains, coming up with possibilities as to why groceries are a similar price to what they were. So some of the reasons maybe we thought, and it's really just guessing, excuse the motorbikes running around. It's New Year time and there's people everywhere here, so we're just trying to deal with it. Yeah, but some of the reasons that the prices might be similar, we thought in 2019, we thought we were on our gap year. We were still party mode. We were having lots of happy hours.
Yep.
Those cheeses and stuff aren't cheap.
No.
And in 2019, we were pretty remote as well, so there would have been a lot of remote supermarkets, which pricing is higher.
Yeah.
But 2024, we were up in the Northern Territory, so there was a little bit of remote there. Or the other thing is just that I know we are eating less, so portion sizes and the amount of food that we eat is less.
Yeah.
We don't know why that really has. It's still baffling, as you can see. So, I mean, it's not going to help you guys because I'm not being able to give you the amount of increase. But where I can give you amount of increase is the campsites. So we'll get onto that one.
Yep. Campsite accommodation.
Yeah. So for the year, we spent just under 6,000 this 2024. I keep saying this year because it's just 2025.
5,992
and 60 cents.
and 60 cents.
But that equates to $16.46 a night on average, which that's pretty good over these days. But I compare 2019 and the average per night there
was $4,729.38.
That wasn't the average per night, thank goodness.
Sorry.
Average per night.
Average is $12.95.
$12.95
yeah.
a night. So
because everything's gone up.
Yeah, well, $12.95 to $16.46.
Free camps that aren't free anymore.
That's where we've noticed the biggest change, actually, because we look at in 2019, we were free camping and low costing. Well, we still do as much as possible, really, but we were really trying to be frugal in 2019 because there was so much spent on
we were trying to
tours
stretch it
and
out.
activities, which we'll get to that in a minute. But the free and low cost in 2019, we had 262 nights out of the 365. So you can see how we have been, we're trying to be really careful. But compare it to 2024, and we've got 218 nights free and low cost.
Yeah.
So still quite a significant amount. But what's notable is, so our low cost category is $20 or under. So when I'm talking about this section here, it's $20 and under. So in 2019, for our 262 nights, the free and low cost averaged
at $5.12
per night. And then if we compare it to this year, our free and low cost averaged
$2.49
per night. So that's gone down. Do you know how that happened? That happened because we can still find plenty of free camps, low cost, $20 and under. Not very common anymore. So even though we've done comparable amount of nights, our pricing from 2024 in that category has less than halved, because most of them are free camps, where in 2019 we must have done a lot of low-cost camping as well, which you can't get anymore as often.
No.
$20 and under. I've kept that category the same so that I can compare apples with apples, but it's, getting fewer and fewer. The average per night in the over $20 a night, so I've again kept them the same to compare apples to apples.
Yeah, that average was...
In which year are you talking? We'll do 2024 first.
2024, $38.37.
Yeah, for the rest of those nights other than free and low cost, where in 2019...
was $33.10 per night.
So it's gone up an average of about $5 a night. Again, I thought that would be more, because there seems to be not much really under $50 a night these days, which is my $50 plus is my high-end category now, whereas back in 2019 it used to be, I think it was over 20 was high priced.
Ooh, well,
Yeah, like imagine getting a $25 campsite now and calling it high cost. That's what I was doing back then. Yeah. It has changed a lot, but so there obviously has been a lot of price rises, and we're noticing that. But the data, how can you argue with the figures here? We are baffled why it's not showing much more increase than what it has done. So it's probably a good thing for those that are planning and setting out.
Yeah.
You know, that, well, our average for 2024, $16.46 per night. If you were doing a 12-month lap, you'd probably be quite happy if you could average that per night, which we did comfortably, but still trying to free camp the majority of the time.
Yeah.
There's another category that might be of interest.
Yes, tours.
Tours and activities.
Yes.
Think back to 2019.
2019.
When we thought we were on our gap year.
Yep.
And
but we wanted to do the horizontal falls.
And we thought, we didn't know when we were getting back to a lot of places. We did a lot of tours. And I think that would be similar to a lot of people doing their 12-month lap.
Yep.
You want to try and do as much as you possibly can. Back in 2019, we spent $7,022, including horizontal falls.
Yes.
So this year was just over $3,000.
$3,286.
Yeah, we've done most of the the regular tours, the tours before. So we don't do them as often anymore.
No.
And so that obviously reflects in the pricing, the costing there that we've done.
Okay, so how's your attention span going? Because mine's waning.
Thanks for keeping with us.
Yeah. The last category is eating out.
Yeah, which it's actually a way that you can save money.
Yes.
We're actually spending less now, we're eating out more. Work that one out.
And we don't have coffees.
No, we don't have to
We don't
have a
find
coffee.
the need to buy coffees.
You do like your pie though,
I
Glenn?
do like my pie, but there's
And an
no
ice cream.
way people would eat coffee
Like
eating me eating pies.
No, you have a pie a week at the most.
Yeah.
But anyway, eating out, we used to be quite frugal, and we still are. We're still careful. But since we've slowed our driving distances down, we're saving money on fuel. So, because we're saving money on fuel, staying longer in places, we feel we can justify eating out. So we
did make a conscious decision to eat out a bit more.
Just to experience, country pubs and the area part of the, sometimes, going to places, it does help you to experience the area to eat out. And so our eating out costs
has risen.
But from $4,200 in 2019 to $5,000. So only by $800 in 2024, 7 years later. And we can justify that our costs are still similar because of the fuel that we're not spending.
Yeah.
So that's a plus. Going slower means you're not spending as much, means that you can spend that money on something to enhance the experience.
Okay, so that just about wraps everything up.
Yeah, thanks for putting up with the motorbikes and the people splashing around in the river.
A little bit of wind noise.
Oh, someone just jumped off the bridge over there, I think. That's what they're doing. It's New Year fun, there goes another splash. So thanks for putting up with all that, and thanks for listening to us.
So please like and subscribe.
Thank you. That would be great. Hope you got something out of our little chat today, and you might have some ideas of places to stay in your lap.
Yep.
And
please give us any comments.
yeah, and we will see you on the road next time.
Yes.
Bye.
See you then. Bye.